Hey everyone, how you doing? If you are new here, I'm Nicole Concilio and welcome to the video, y'all. Today we are going to be doing a very cute, girly, soft Valentine's Day tutorial. It's been a minute since I've just sat down and done a tutorial for you guys, and I don't know, I love Valentine's Day, especially I don't know, I just love it. I love the idea of love, and I just even if you don't have a Valentine's Day, you still got your friends, your family, it's just, Valentine's Day for me isn't always about a significant other, it's just about appreciating everyone. So I wanted to do a tutorial that I felt was really cutesy and girly. I have kind of an idea in my head of what I want to do, and yes, of course there's going to be some pink involved, so if you don't like my pink tutorials, I'll see you in the next video. Let me use pink, damn it! Let me use pink! It's so funny, years ago, when I first started, I would have never touched pink, and now I'm just pink this, pink that, pink this, pink that, yeah, pink everywhere. Alright, so I am going to start by doing my eyebrows off camera. I want to save a little bit of time for y'all, so I will be right back for my eyes. You can kind of still see my beanie tan going on here, so don't mind that. I'm going to go in with the P. Louise base. My eyebrows, I don't know, I feel like I used too dark of a color today, so don't mind that. I'm going to just go in and kind of tap this all over. And then I'm going to be using the Morphe M224 to blend this out. You guys know I have a discount code with Morphe. It's Nicol in all caps at the checkout. I get a little commission. You get a 10% discount. So it's a win-win for both of us. And I really like Morphe brushes. I've been using them religiously since the beginning. And then just doing the same thing over here. So the two eyeshadow palettes that I'm going to be using today, and I was trying my best to narrow it down to one, but at the end of the day, I feel like so many of you have eyeshadow palettes that are very similar because there's only a certain amount of colors out there. So I feel like if you guys have these palettes that I'm going to mention, then good, you'll be able to use it to recreate this look. But if not, I'm sure you can use a bunch of other palettes. So I'm going to be using It's My Pleasure by ColourPop. So it's very purpley and pinky tones. And I'm also going to be dipping into the Sipping Pretty palette from Kylie Cosmetics because it has those more neutral tones that I feel like I want to use because I'm thinking about only using a pop of pink, so that's why I wanted to kind of tie in both palettes. So what I'm gonna do is start by going in with this color right here in the crease from the Sipping Pretty palette. I'm just gonna lightly start to get that in my crease and then doing the same thing over here. Alright, so the next shade I want to get in my crease is this one right here. And I'm going in with my Morphe M441. And I'm just going to focus it low on the crease. I'm not trying to do too dark of an eye here. I want everything to look really, really blended and gradient. You know what I mean? So just take your time. So just kind of going back and forth, and I'm using a really, really light hand when I'm doing this. Just kind of making it all look like one kind of color, if that makes sense. One seamless blend. I'm not trying to have too much dimension in the crease this time around because I want it to be very soft. And the last color that I'm going to be using in the crease is this light kind of mauve-y pink right here. And again, just using the same brush, that Morphe M441, and just literally adding it to the crease. I really want this to be one blended look, so I'm not going too cray with the whole, dimensional messing around with different colors, kind of keeping it in the same mauve family, and then just going back and forth. I see it, I like it, I want it, I got it. So doing the same thing right here. And this brush is super, super soft, so I feel like it does a lot of the job for you, you know what I mean? And then what you can do to soften the edges even more is take a brush that doesn't have any product on it. I'm gonna make sure. This is kind of my go-to brush. It's the R40. I don't know if it's still around Morphe. I'm not sure if they still have that R series, but I really like this brush because it's hella fluffy, really large and in charge, and it's just super easy to go in and kind of fluff out any edges that you got going on. Kind of makes everything really seamless. which is what I am going for here. I don't mean to brag, but I be like, put it in the bag, yeah. This is the year of Ariana Grande. Don't at me, okay? Okay, so I feel like our crease is pretty good. So I'm gonna move on and do a little shindig. Now what I'm going to do is take out my brush that I like to use for matte shades. This is the Morphe E14. It's a very good packing brush in my opinion. So I'm gonna take that same exact color that we've been using in the crease, that last color, and start to pack it on the outside of my eyes like so. Just like that, not bringing it to anywhere, just kind of like leaving it at the end. And then to give it a little bit more of like that taupe feel, I'm gonna go back in with this shade, which is the second one we used on the crease, and just kind of like tone down that pink a tad bit. And then just kind of blending the edges together even more. And like, you know, we have some shit going on here, but we're gonna clean that up later on. So don't worry too much about that right now. Just kind of making sure to blend everything seamlessly. This is also why I like to do my eyes first, because that way I can really get that blend going. But there's no right or wrong way. Like, I always see people in the comments are like, I can't believe she does her eyes first. Or like, oh my God, should I do my eyes first? Or like this, that. And honestly, there's no formula to it. It's really whatever you like to do. I just know that I'm I rest my hand on my face when I'm doing my eyes. I like to blur out my edges and stuff like that. So that's why I like to do my eyes first. So now, what a bitch is gonna do, I swear to you guys, I lose everything on this desk. Like, where the there it is. I put it back in my makeup bag. So I'm going to take the P. Louise base, and I'm only going to use like a tad bit of it, and I'm going to do something a little bit weird, a little bit different. I'm going to put it on the actual brush itself, and I'm going to like kind of cut the crease, but like way up higher than I normally would. Like, you know what I'm saying here? Like, I'm going to go like that, like way up higher, and then just kind of like stop it when we get to that pink. I don't want to take it too far. You see what I mean? Like, I'm kind of like heavily focused on this outside here, like making it a lot wider than I normally would. So I'm gonna use my fingers to kind of like make everything smooth, tap it into place, and then I'm going to pick back up my Morphe brush. This is the E14, that one I was telling you guys that I like to use for packing on matte shades. And we're going to go back to this Sipping Pretty palette, and I'm going to take this shade right here, the lightest one in the palette, and I'm going to tap this where the concealer is. So just all around. And then you can like use the brush to blend everything. And of course, we can go on in and add more things and like add a little bit more of that pink taupey color. But this is basically the gist of like what I'm seeing for ma vision. And I have something else I want to add at the end, which stay tuned for. But pretty much this is what's going on. I'm going to do the same thing to the other eye, and I'll be back for our winged liner. I almost just said linged winer. Okay. Okay, so I got it to a pretty good place, I feel like. So I'm going to go in with the roller liner from Benefit. Really like this liner. I do think it definitely gets, like, if you use it for a while, like there was another day recently where I was kind of like winging it out, and it took me a little bit longer than normal to wing it out. For some reason, I felt like this liner was drying. I'm not really sure why. I just did a little swatch on the back of my hand to see if the tip was dry, but it's not, so I don't know. I'm still figuring out this liner, but let's get it done. So I'm going to draw out a line first and then connect it on in like I normally like to do my liner. Just like so, and then you can fill in the blanks and then just connect everything. And then for mascara, we're going to be using the Kush mascara from Milk Makeup, my fave. Just popping it on to prep for our falsies. And the falsies I'm going to use is from Batty Bee Lashes, which is Jenny 69's brand. And these are in the style Saucy, #Saucy. Yes. That's what they are. And I'm using my velour lash glue. I really love velour lash glue, you guys. Like, I think it's the best, arguably the best one out there. I have used some wanky ass lash glue in my day, let me tell you. And I'm just gonna pop these bitches right on. Start in the center first, then secure the outer, and then secure the inner. Jenny has some really great lashes, y'all. If you're looking for some lashes, I definitely recommend checking them out. Okay, you guys, so I am gonna go ahead and do my other eye off camera for y'all, but this is the gist of the eye look right now. Like I said, there's something that I want to add at the very end, so just stay tuned for that. And I'm gonna come right back on camera and let's do our face makeup. Okay, so for our face, I wanna mention this product. This is from Double Duty Beauty Tarte Cosmetics First Step Prep Moisture Reset Cream. I don't know what the hell is in this shit, but it is so good, and it has literally saved my nose area from like caking, from flaking, from all that shit. You put it on before your primer. I put a lot on. You definitely don't have to put as much as I do on, but damn, whatever's in this is so good. So good. And it smells phenomenal too. And no, this is like not sponsored or anything like that, but damn, I don't know what is in this, but this is like the secret for like dewy, nice, hydrated looking skin, okay? Because it's so good. So I'm going to let that sit and simmer for a hot minute. And then I'm going to add some of the Rainforest of the Sea primer from Tarte. This is like a great combination because this is a very, very, very hydrating step to use under makeup. So I'm going to go in and apply this now. And then I'm going to let my face kind of like dry for a minute here because you want all the product to seep into your skin before you apply your foundation. And the foundation I'm going to be using today is from Hourglass Cosmetics. This is the Vanish foundation. It's the Seamless Finish Liquid Foundation. I am in the shade Golden. This is a little bit too tan for me right at the moment, but I did just do some self-tanning, so this will be really good to match the rest of my body. This foundation is so good, you guys. I love it. You only really need a pump of it, to be completely honest. So 1 pump-a-roons. And I'm just going to dab everything on my face. And it's really nice full coverage too. And then just start to blend everything in. As I said, you guys, this is obviously a little bit too tan for me, but I did just self-tan, so this will match me perfectly. It blends like a freaking dream, like. And I can't believe I only needed a pump to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look so orange right now. Sorry, guys. But yeah, as I was saying, like, for me, I always feel like I have to do at least 2 or 3 pumps to get, like, that full coverageness going. So it's really cool that, like, you can get a really nice solid base with just 1 pump. I'm going to fix it with concealer. I'm going to add a lot of concealer, y'all, because this is definitely a little bit too orangey for you, girl. But I do really like this foundation a lot. And then for concealer, I'm going to go in with the Makeup Forever. And this is the creaseless concealer, which we know is not creaseless. Or, I'm sorry, the self-setting concealer, which we know is not self-setting. I'm in shade 31. And I'm adding a lot of concealer to kind of like neutralize the fact that this shade is a little bit too orangey for your girl. For contour, I'm going in with the No Filter foundation stick from ColourPop. And this is in the shade Dark 177C. And then I'm just going to blend everything with my beauty blender. Use a light hand when doing so, y'all. That way you don't take off any makeup or anything. Okay, you guys, so I already set my face off camera to save some time with the Laura Mercier. I'm going to go ahead and go on in with the Marc Jacobs Tantastic to contour. Just like so. And not to be like repetitive or anything, you always want to make sure you're doing everything with a light hand. Get our chinny chin chins. I don't know what I'm going to do about this damn beanie tan I have. And then for highlighter, I'm going to be using my favorite highlighter in the game, the ABH X Omrizi highlighter. And then the brush I use to apply it is my Morphe M510. Get our cheeks, bitch. Oh, such a good highlighter. And then for blush, I'm going to be using Kylie Cosmetics blush. This is called Winter Kissed. It's my favorite blush. I'm not sure if it's available still. Hopefully she'll make it available, but it's a really nice looking blush. I love the pink. I don't know, I just feel like it looks really pretty on my cheeks. And then for our lower lash, let's get into business. You know, I thought I was going to use It's My Pleasure palette, but I don't think so. I think I'm just going to stick with the Sipping Pretty. Hope that's cool. Hope that's okay with everyone. So what I'm going to start off by doing is taking this taupe shade and kind of underlining my eyes with it. Again, I really want to look soft, yet have a pop of color that's going to be coming real soon. I'm nervous for this part. I hope that this doesn't ruin it, but I was thinking of adding this neon pink shade or this shade right here to my inner tear duct. Just kind of pop it like right here and blend it out. Damn, I just got it in my eye. And then what I think I'm gonna do to just like make it pop even more and like keep it bright is add an additional shade on top. But this is a really good base that we have going on here. And again, you don't have to add this part. You can just stop where I had it and like just leave it at that. But your girl has like a too much gene at the moment, channeling my inner Julian and Jenna Marbles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray this brush with a little bit of setting spray. And I'm going to dip into this shade right here. I'm not really sure what the problem is with this shade. So if you do have this in your palette, be very careful because it's kind of all over the place and has a lot of fallout. So just keep that in mind. That looks kind of cool. Yeah, so I'm going to leave it at that and then add some mascara to the lower lash. And I'm going to go in with the Forever and Always lip liner from Lilly Cosmetics. This is part of her Valentine's Day collection. And I like to fill in my whole lips with a lip liner. I feel like it just makes everything last a lot better. And then the lipstick I'm going to be using is Built to Last. And then the gloss I'm going to use is called Blow Me Away High Gloss. And let's finish this look off with some setting spray. This is the Chill Makeup Setting Spray from Urban Decay. Let that shit dry. And this right here is the finished soft Valentine's Day look, y'all. I hope that you enjoyed it. I really love the way that this turned out. And don't forget to tag me if you ever recreate any of my looks. I love to see them. It really makes my day. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Happy Valentine's Day. And I will see y'all next time. Bye.